Hello, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. Welcome to your energy peak, but we're gonna dive a little deeper than that, get a little clarity on what's going on, what you might be confused about. Remember, it's a general reading. See which messages feel like they resonate for you. Hopefully bring some clarity to whatever you're wondering. And remember that divine inner guidance, it's in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. I did a pre-pull for my mystery deck, and I don't know why I felt like two should be pulled today. So I do love this one. Just be you, you know, unapologetically, unconditionally you, because nobody else can be you. So there's something very, very special about you. Don't compare. I hear inspire instead. So this one, I don't know, that gave me like a weird sense of urgency. Move fast, go now. It was like not even a whole sentence. So maybe you don't even feel like you can get a whole sentence out. You have to dive into something or do something. That could also be somebody else's energy. Let's dive on in, see what's going on. I feel like we should start with a message from the universe. So let's do that. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What is a message from the universe to open up a little insight and clarity to the situation going on now, or what you are thinking about? Please and thank you. Oh, I have to put my glasses on. Hold on. I have my fun ones today. I love that my mom got me these cool glasses. So choice is the most powerful tool that you have. Every choice you make shuts some doors, but also opens several doors, bringing new experiences into your life. At any given time, you can change the direction of your life. You are only one choice away. That's true. It's just one step in a different direction can change everything in your life. I do feel like some of you are like in that urgency kind of energy to make some changes happen. It could also be where something does have to happen naturally, if you're trying to control the pace at which changes are being made. But I feel like you do want to go in a different direction. You want some new experiences in your life. But it is telling you, you have to make the choice here to close some doors, close an old cycle, you know, cut some strings of energies, people, places, things, habits, thought patterns, whatever that's not serving your highest good anymore. Or I feel like it's stunting your growth. That was a weird thing to see. I actually see like muddy boots. That's always maybe you're getting in your own way, or like digging in your heels. But I feel like you're ready to jump out of your boots. I just heard jump out of your britches. Maybe you're ready to just jump out of your britches and dive on in the water. But it's also where you are making the right connections and choices that will open doors. But when that door is open, you got to step through it, or you're never going to know what's on the other side through that portal in a different direction. So I like this. Let's begin with, let's do this one. I brought the modern times. So let's get a modern time message, a little clarity on choices. I hear reevaluating. So maybe some of you are reevaluating past choices, decisions, directions. I do feel like some of you might be in the energy of regret, wishing you did make a different choice, but you can't go back to the past, but you can be in the now and make different choices for the future. You can learn from that choice that you shouldn't have made and not make the same choice again. Therefore, you're not getting into the same weird pattern until you get that lesson. Yeah, I feel like maybe there was something that you were going through and you were supposed to be growing, and it's like you kept putting the same old pair of pants on that didn't fit you anymore. Like trying to squeeze yourself into a mold or something that just wasn't fitting, wasn't suiting you. So I do feel like you have some new beautiful things that are going to suit you coming in. I keep getting that tailor-made for you energy lately for you guys. So I do feel like there has been something universally constructed by the divine just for you, and you're kind of doing that changing on your own. So you are going to arrive at the perfect time, the perfect place, and in the perfect energetic frequency to like just slip into something. I just saw like Cinderella. So maybe that's that, you know, Cinderella's, I just thought of her like running out of the ball. Like, I gotta get home, it's gonna be midnight. My coach is gonna turn into a pumpkin. I feel like if you thought that something, you know, was gonna be the end, I feel like maybe that was a past situation, and now you have, I'm getting that you're actually more calm. Like, you're not gonna turn into a pumpkin. Something that you thought was maybe lost or gone or going to change on you is either going to change for the better, but I feel like I hear consistency. There's going to be more consistency with what's coming into your life. Maybe it's you being more consistent with something. I'm not sure why that message came through, but let's see if it kind of works itself into the rest of the reading. What is another message to be helpful, please and thank you? Crystal's achievement, consistency. You're going to achieve something. You're going to reach your goals. This is you achieving, making the right choices to shut the wrong doors, and achievement to open the right ones and step into the spotlight. I love that this is an obelisk here. Maybe you connect to obelisks. I feel like an obelisk is able to really tap into the energy of specific ley lines and points in the actual earth. That's why obelisks are put in certain positions. I don't know why I just thought of New York City, Egypt, and Washington, D.C. Very specifically, in New York City, there is an obelisk, in London, I guess, in Central Park, there's Cleopatra'S needle, and there's a twin in London. So maybe it's about twins. That just gave me goosies. Getting something grounded. When I see an obelisk, I don't know why I picture a caduceus of energy entwined like this. So maybe it's a healing energy, but that also makes me think of DNA. So maybe you are changing like that deep, almost at a cellular cell level. I almost tongue-tie those words. Also the cell, maybe it has to do with a cell phone, calling somebody that's long distance, shortening the distance by reconnecting or having more communication. It's number 9, so that is almost completion with something. Maybe that's a life path or a birth date, 9 days, 9 hours. I feel like with that plant, there's definitely something growing. But I'm seeing with this, it's about the different facets of something, not just seeing something on the one side, because there could be something really important written on the other side. And I feel like instead of this being like roses, it's a plant. So there is something that has roots and continual growth. It's not just, you know, an opportunity that comes through where it's short-lived. Also, maybe some of you do connect to crystals. I would guess, I mean, this is just a drawing, but it looks like labradorite to me. So maybe labradorite, or I have this here, selenite, maybe moonstone, something where you see those almost like different reflections in the stone. Moonstone, or maybe even something like sunstone, which I'll show you this. It kind of looks like moonstone a little, but it has a different kind of almost like a different kind of sparkle in it, where the moonstone is a little more like a globe, and now I'm seeing opals. So any of those types of stones where you can kind of see the different reflections. So maybe it's about reflecting. I like when I get messages that take me on a little fun trail ride. Crystals. Also, if some of you have some really cool crystals, there are inclusions that are very special. And hydro, I hope I said that right, is where sometimes a crystal actually has a little bubble of water that got trapped billions and billions of years ago inside the stone. And you can even see how the water bubble moves. I mean, it's such ancient water. And sometimes they have inclusions that are, there's one it's called like a scroll. I think I got that right, where it's a certain inclusion. I think I have one. Maybe I'd do a little show and tell, because I feel like this is important somehow. But when you get a crystal that has the scroll in it, you're actually having a crystal that has ancient knowledge in it. And I do see an ancient scroll. Maybe it's the Dead Sea Scrolls. I feel like I'm getting like a lot of interesting messages. I do feel like some of you have done something in a past life, like way in the past, where you had knowledge. Either you had knowledge on ancient wisdom, or I actually see some of you as the ones who would document that or carry it, like you were trusted to carry something. I hear initiation, or I just keep thinking of the Great Pyramid, and energy and sound and shapes, sacred geometry, earth energy, ley lines. I'm getting a lot of like earth energy today. So maybe that's what some of you really connect to, or maybe it's about your little trail ride into knowledge land in some of those departments. I feel like I should grab that crystal and see if maybe this camera can see the scroll. I'll be right back. Hold on. I think it's a citrine. Citrine I was looking for. I actually have no idea where it is, but I did find a different citrine, and this one does have an inclusion. I don't have that much time for this reading today, so we are going to get to it, but I feel like you can see. Let me see if you can, right? All right, so you see that little, it's almost like a triangular, I don't know if this camera is going to pick it up. Right there, you see that reflection? That's a scroll. And I did find this, which is a red ghost quartz. So it's almost like this one crystal started growing and then the other one kind of grew on top of it. So maybe you have something deep inside of you that is going to start to really develop, whether this is something you are kind of just natural at, meant to develop in this life, or I do feel like most of you have already developed this skill in a past life, but it's sort of been contained, but it's going to explode for your achievement in this life. That was really big, and I never know what to expect in these readings. I do hope that was helpful. Hi Rose, do you want to come up here, babe? Come on. Hello. Rose is going to join us. Want to go over there? All right, so let's continue. I feel like I'm gravitating towards my mystery deck. So let's do a few mystery messages. I picked this up and there was one that was stuck here. Meet me in the middle. I just thought of Stuck in the Middle by Steeler's Wheel. Maybe it's about meeting in the middle, meeting somebody halfway, equal effort on your part and someone else's, putting your heads together, seeing eye to eye, let bygones be bygones, but I feel like it's also a win-win sort of thing. Finding the middle ground. Maybe you felt stuck, since I thought of Stuck in the Middle with You. That's such a good song. I keep thinking about the one line in that song. Your friends, they all come run and slap you in the back and say, please. Something about being proud that you're a self-made man. I'll find something with the lyrics and put it in. Hi, babe. I'm going to be multitasking now. So let's get a couple messages. Clarity for you. And when I hear that song, there's like a cowbell or something. Please. Please. Maybe some of you work with big animals, but I feel like that's also a message. So maybe a message is coming through. Oh, yeah, I guess a message is coming through. I heard the cowbell in that song. So, love call. Hey, you guys, look at love call coming on in. For some of you, this could be who you're thinking about. And for some of you, this is someone new. A love call or text is coming to you soon. Coming soon to you. So somebody is thinking about this right now, if that hasn't come in. This is going to make you smile. It's going to warm your heart. It could get a little sassy. I do see some sassy text coming out of that, but I feel like maybe it starts kind of simple. Like, hi, what you doing? Somebody's got more on their mind than they might be saying at first, but maybe for some of you, this is somebody pretty bold. Maybe the sassy comes right through, loud and clear. I just heard no holding back. I feel like it's making you blush. So, hey, I'm kind of excited for you. Expect that love call to come in. I did see that thing before with the long distance or shortening the distance, the communication, and I don't know, whatever that word is that I said before, it's your cell. So maybe it's about a cell call. What are some messages? Oh, interesting. If this is coming through, this is so you have awareness. This is sort of my energy for the upside down. It's the upside down Queen of Fire or Wands. This is not usually somebody that would meet you in the middle. This is somebody who expects you to drive the whole way just for them and has no appreciation of all the work that you did. So this might be energies that you're shutting the door on since you are making some big decisions. I am not getting that this is your energy, but I do feel like you have just awareness of somebody else. It's my little explanation for, let's say you're the movie star or you're a rock star. Maybe we should get a rock star early. And you do those like demands, like I'll do the show or I'll do that movie, but you have your like listed demands. This is the person that does something almost spiteful to make themselves feel more important. They don't have real appreciation. So it's the person that's like, okay, I'll do it, but every day in my dressing room, by my 10 dozen roses, I want you to have, how many? I don't know why I picked this random number either. Maybe look up that number. 10,534 green M&Ms, please. And then I'll do it. Why? Why? Because you're going to make some person pick out 10,534 green M&Ms every day so that you have validation that you are extra special. It's just, it's that energy. So the opposite of this energy is definitely the person that would meet you in the middle. The person who is authentic with who they are and has that beautiful, loving energy to also include others. So it would be that movie star that would say, all right, I'm going to do it. But in my list of demands, I want my entire crew to have this much time off. I want them to have nutritious food to eat and have breaks when they need it. And I want them to have a bonus after, so many days of doing a really good job. It's someone who thinks about everyone, not just something in selfish terms. So I don't think that's ever come out in this deck. I do feel like that's definitely a door you are shutting, because I feel like that would not be a fun person to work with. That would be the one to throw a little temper tantrum and walk off the set. That's sort of what I see. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're in the movies or you do, you know, you're a rock star, but that's giving you a good explanation of that kind of energy. Make plans. I like this. You have to make some moves. You have to make some decisions. Maybe it's about making some plans, booking that ticket, planning ahead. I feel like these plans are different than your usual. I actually see if some of you do something where you do the same thing every year. I don't know, I hear like tradition or vacation, something like that. I feel like even if you go to the same location, you do it at the same time, I feel like what you're doing there is going to be different than it would have been last year or in the past. And I feel like for some of you, if you have like a pocket of time where you always take a vacation around that time, maybe some of you just need a vacation. Just make those plans today. When you're done with this video, start looking it up on whatever app you have, the place you're thinking about in the world, look at the Airbnb, whatever it is, and just start to go on that search if you have that urge inside of you. I mean, you do have this. I do feel like some of you are going to do something spontaneous as well. But I feel like some of you, if you do something always the same, you're still doing the plans, but you're going to go somewhere different. Yeah, that's what I see. So let's just continue. Let's get a couple more from the mystery deck. Oh, yeah. I mean, you got a lot. You're making plans. You're hitting the gas. Your horsepower is fired up. You're moving fast. You're going now. Maybe you're meeting somebody soon. Maybe it's because of this text that you're suddenly getting this horsepower moving. This could also be someone else's energy. But when I think of horsepower, besides thinking of a car or a vehicle, I actually do think of an actual horse. How powerful a horse is. And yet how, I don't know, there's something really magical about a horse. Maybe some of you do have horses, but they do connect to, I want to say, the human energy system, but also emotions. Like if you're upset and you go out to your horse, they know. They give you like that little nudge. Also, you can put like a tiny little kid on a horse. And, you know, depending on the horse, sometimes it's a stubborn horse, a little more of a stallion energy. But, you know, let's just say this is a, you know, a solid trained horse. All you have to do is this. Literally just settle your body. Calm your breath, and the horse knows to stop. You don't always have to tug on the reins really hard. It's pretty awesome. So I do feel like if you had to tug on the reins before, maybe that was the message that needed to come through. Something is going to soften. Not feel like it takes so much effort or like you have to push, but maybe you had to break something in a little bit before. Or if somebody was drained in their energies, maybe they had to get their horsepower back. I also think of horses as experiences and travel, like going on in a journey somewhere. Let's get one more and then switch to something else. Do not respond. I think this is about your response. It's knowing when the time is right to respond, knowing that one of those choices that you have is how you respond to someone or something. So I feel like you're going to adjust how you would normally respond to someone. And I do feel like that's going to give you different results. But I also see that if this is someone who has like a do not disturb on right now, and you do have something being tailor-made for you, I kind of feel like either there's something going on behind a closed door, maybe it's a surprise, they don't want you to respond or step on in because they're wrapping your gift, you know, don't ruin the surprise. Or it's because that door is shut because you got some open ones a different direction that you're supposed to be going in. So let's go to something different. I feel like I want to organize myself quickly. I'll be right back. We are gonna go into the tarot, but I mentioned doing a rock star a little bit early, so let's do that. Let's get you an early rock star energy for music and message. Please and thank you. You have Tracy Chapman coming through. Escape. I did see you needing vacation. Tracy Chapman, go see new beauty. So I feel like if you were repeating something, interesting, because that, I don't think it is, but that looks like the shape of New York City. And I did sort of see New York before, so maybe it's about New York City. I feel like there's something about the morning. I don't know why I see the morning. Maybe something's happening tomorrow morning, or you schedule something in the morning. Also, all of these viewpoints here seem to be from above. It looks like you're on the top of a really tall building looking at a landscape. Here, you're looking at the map. Maybe you're making plans, mapping them out right now. Gaining more clarity on an overall perspective of a territory, a situation, a person, a partner, a relationship, someplace that you're going. Escape. I feel like that's a beautiful escape, not a weird one, but maybe if you have some weird energies, it is escaping those energies if they feel like they're kind of trapping you in. So let's go to the tarot. I have the top. Let's get a foundation from this. Interesting, because I did bring that summer holiday deck, even though it's freezing out. So maybe because you have all this travel, get a little summer holiday. But let's get the foundation. What is the overall foundational message to know about right now to be helpful? Please and thank you. The Three of Cups, abundance. You do have achievement coming in. This is celebration. It's really enjoying who you're hanging out with, the groups that you spend your time with, people that you love. I do feel like this particular deck is really beautiful because, you know, each one of these vessels, these cups, have their own light. They're all illuminating each other and they're circulating almost like a fountain, this beautiful energy of light, even though it is cups. So it's also emotions onto each other. So I feel like if there's a certain person or people around you and you know you have had like a weird day or something like that, these are the people that look at you and they're like, we know what you're going through, but don't forget how beautiful you are. Don't forget how special you are. Don't forget about all that stuff that you have already achieved. These are not the people that would shut down or respond really weird to you. That's the upside down one. That's the gossips. That's kind of like the energy of the green M&Ms. They get together and they talk about everyone else's shadows because they think it makes them look brighter, and it doesn't. It just puts more shadow on their own energy and vibrations. So just see how that is for you. I do feel like that's usually just a party, a good time, celebrating. And it's circulating positive energy between one another. I do feel like there's something here with that fountain where there's a cleanse. So I do feel like some of you are cleansing energies that you no longer feel right around. They don't really fit in to where you're growing, how you're illuminating and shining. And I feel like you are also going to be reflecting such beautiful light that the right energies are going to circulate beautiful energy in your life. This was at the bottom and I put it upright. So we're going to look at the High Priestess and I put it next to this. So for some of you, I feel like if you have anybody that tries, I'm getting a weird message here and I don't think this is for everyone, but I feel like if some of you have some pretty important plans about something that you want to achieve right now, keep the plans to yourself unless it involves somebody else helping you in some way and you actually need them to know to help you out. But anybody else out there, even if they're kind of your friends, I feel like you should maybe just keep something to yourself right now until something gets going. I hope that's helpful, you know, and I don't feel like it's you really like shutting the door. I feel like you're going to maybe just redirect that question or that attention if somebody's asking. I feel like it's important for you to keep something to yourself because you're being guided on something, and I feel like you're going to help something happen. Since you have this move fast, go now, I feel like you're going to help the universe and divine energy with something happening faster if there's no, I don't want to say distractions, but anybody else's energy kind of getting in your way. Like, oh, where are you going? Why are you doing that? And why do you have that? I feel like that's going to maybe create some blocks. So maybe it's just not about anyone else other than anybody directly involved. It was kind of an interesting message to come through. You'll recognize when to open up and when to not. Look at this high priestess. She's like touching the universe, but she's solid and grounded on earth. All of this big, I saw Egypt before, and crystals here. That's so cool. So you are looking at something multifaceted, but look at how she's connecting. They're not strings of attachment. That could be this. If she's too attached to an outcome, if she's a little too in desire land and ego on those messages that are coming through, they're going to be jaded, lower vibrational, restrained messages, not ultimate truth and clarity. Because the high priestess understands when it's for the highest and greatest good, when it's on divine timing, when it is truth, it's not always what you want to hear. It's what you need to hear. And it's just acceptance. But I feel like she has her handle on all of these different energies around her, everywhere. The high priestess is very independent. She's very powerful. She doesn't need a middleman. You got that middle energy. She has a direct connection to source and earth. And it's interesting. She almost does look like a statue. And she's holding, I want to say, at first I thought it was like a harp, but it kind of looks like a bow and arrow. So I feel like the message coming through is that you have a target in mind, but you have to really tap into the energies to know when to pick up that bow, put a little tension on something, and then let go. Because I feel like you're going to hit a bullseye. You're not going to miss feeling all that energy. And I also am seeing maybe it does have to do with love, because the first thing I thought of was like the little baby Cupid. So I said I would use this one. Okay, so this is the cutest little deck of cards. It's called Summer Holiday. So let's get a little clarity on the High Priestess. The Three of Cups, which is in this deck abundance. I hear feeling good, having it all. I just see like light reflecting everywhere. And I don't know why I feel like there's healing involved right now. Maybe you're a natural healer. And it's not even about what you do, your experiences, or what you have achieved. It's just literally you. Being you is a healing. I just heard force to be reckoned with. That's interesting. I just thought of a really weird song. The Wreckoning by Boomkat. Which is actually, she's actually an actress. Taryn Manning. I think that's her name. All right, let's clarify some of these cards instead of going general. Let's ask about the meeting in the middle. What is that all about? What would be helpful to know? Well, if you're meeting somebody in the middle because you're getting your 9 of Cups, I also staring at this, so we'll take both of these and I'll pull another card. This is your wish come true. I keep seeing the cell phone thing. Whatever you're gonna get on the phone, even if this is you making plans or you gathering some knowledge, getting some information, whatever you're getting is gonna make you very happy. And it is abundance. This is all that you desire right there behind you. But I feel like you're choosing something different. You have your like little, it's like a little thermos or a little like coffee mug or something like that by you. You have the choice behind you here to move with speed or just sail at ease, go with the winds of change, or put on that horsepower. Look at his cool red hat and his big beard. I love this card so much. I also feel like you are, you got your little spiritual floaty here. So the 9 of Cups is your genie in a bottle. It's a wish come true. It's really having all of your desires come on in. But savor these moments. You don't have to be in the energy of, where's your M&M lady or man? Gluttony. Have to have it all to prove something. This is where you have nothing to prove. You just have it all. But I feel like there's something about this particular wish come true that's more about a knowing in you or just who you are, like inner satisfaction, not satisfaction with the outward things. And I am sort of seeing it's satisfaction with knowledge you are gathering, communication you are having, or something that has to do with connection and or experience more than achievement through things. I hope that made sense. Here, it's definitely about the experience. Maybe some of you are making plans, or somebody is not just thinking about a love text, but they're thinking about future plans with you. This looks really simple and natural and beautiful. Like a little destination wedding, unless that's kind of where you live. But I feel like there's something casual about this partnership, this dance, this moment. In this particular card, both of these people look really happy. Some of the decks, there's like one that kind of looks happy or one that doesn't. Here, you look like you're skipping towards the water. You're in that candid, actually, he looks like he's like, yeah, she's mine. Like he's like looking over at her. I feel like this is a really natural experience. It's the dance under the gazebo. These are the moments, the snapshots in your life that make your life feel like it's in abundance and light. Because these are the things you remember. So maybe some of you have to make some plans to have a memorable moment. It doesn't have to be a wedding, although maybe I did see a party before. Maybe some of you are going to a wedding, or this is future plan, or spontaneous situation that might happen. I feel like even if this is spontaneous, it's because of something deep. Upside down, it's wishing you would have asked them to dance, wishing you would have responded to that call. You know, and not ever getting out there. And if that person doesn't respond, where's your do not respond, or they didn't want to get up and dance, you get up there and you boogie yourself. You still have the experience. You don't get lost in what didn't. You try to recreate, or I hear invent what could, what can. You're gonna take that. I love the 4 of Wands. Sometimes that is a twin flame energy. But it's also something that builds stability because it's a 4 through beautiful moments and beautiful experiences. It's also where you get to create the structure of something however you envision it. Because it's wands, it's spirit, it's creativity, it's excitement, it's passion, it's enthusiasm. It's like fire. So what is one more? Just to clarify the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Cups. They're all really beautiful energies. One more, please and thank you. Ooh, it's going to happen really fast. So we're starting and ending in a nice, beautiful circle. Maybe it's about an air sign. I mean, this is somebody who is definitely making plans, doing it fast, thinking different, makes decisions and goes with it. This knight is so fast on that horse that it looks like they're creating the winds. Look at them coming in with their, it's like they have their, fishing rod. They're ready to they're like, that's my catch. That's my catch. I'm going in, going all in. They got it baited and everything. They know they're going to get that catch. We'll just look at this quickly. It's somebody who's unstable or too in the tunnel vision, and they don't see that there's something else going on they should have noticed, or, too wishy-washy in what they're noticing and never making a solid decision that gets them anywhere, because they're kind of like, I see like the horse like running all over the place, but getting tired, but not ever getting anywhere or expanding. But I feel like this is an air sign and or somebody becoming clear in their thoughts on the dreams they're having, trusting their inner vision, desiring these experiences, these moments. Also, maybe somebody who now sees the different facets of a situation, not just something one-sided. And it looks like whoever this is, maybe it starts through some sassy text, some mental stimulation that ends up warming someone's heart. This is an offer of love. This is the beginning of something beautiful. This is falling in love. It's also loving who you are and really gaining some spiritual insight and listening to it. So when you have that hand of God offering you that beautiful coconut, I mean, it's choices. You have that here. Maybe that's not the coconut for you. Maybe it's for the seagull. Maybe that's a coconut for someone else. You thought it was yours, but it passed you by. Or maybe you take a sip and it's exactly what you needed. Everything starts there. It's a beginning. But even if you are the one offering this beautiful coconut of love, this experience, somebody may or may not choose to take a sip. But that beauty and that free will, being open, trusting there's a plan, trusting there's a natural rhythm, trusting and believing and allowing that energy that everyone else has free will. And that's what's beautiful. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But with all the other energy here, I'm going to say this is somebody definitely choosing the same as you. But until you start, you're not going to know. You have to have more of these experiences for these dreams to come true. You have to continue to make plans, to step into your own power and who you are. This is not letting somebody walk all over you. It's having beautiful boundaries. But trying to see the other side of the coin. If you're in any kind of partnership, you value your partner's opinions. Open-minded, I feel like it's something that has to do with constant adjustment. Let's get you one more rock star and end the reading here, because this is a little longer than I thought, and I gotta get going. Synthesis Bjork. Combining both worlds. I love this. So maybe you are combining your world, someone else's world. As above, so below. Merging different energies together and making something even more special when it comes together than apart. Also, different facets of you coming together and working in harmony. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day, evening, night. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.